Good morning, guys. It's Beck from Oz. How are you all doing today? I truly hope everyone's having a good day. Okay, so we got through the weekend pretty good here. It's really hot again. And in saying that, it's really hot again, the Father's led me here to a beautiful, rainforest spot to talk to you about something that is horrific. And I didn't really want to do this, but I know He's put it on my heart to do this fully. I've tried to get out of it. The topic is satanic ritual abuse. And believe me, it's not something that I wanted to know about. Now, when I was a young Christian, we'd go to church and they would just do really fluffy services, guys. The church preaches nothing but prosperity and health, and you give and you get back tenfold. And look, that is a lie. The Father said we would have tribulation in this world. He told us that. He told us it wouldn't be easy. And He has sent out us, the end time remnant. Please don't do that near me. The end time remnant to tell you guys that was not the way it was meant to be. The preachers need to be preaching the true gospel. And when you do, and when you find the truth, if it doesn't change you, then you're on the wrong team. It will change your DNA, everything about you, your whole structure. I am not the same person I was in January last year. I'm not. Anybody that knows me will tell you that. Jazzy, can you stop? Okay, so the Father has led a remnant of us out here to tell you guys the truth, and that is what I'm about to do. Now, the thing with the World Freedom Tower, the One World Trade Center, I believe you guys call it over there, it was lit up pink in celebration of abortion. Now, stay with me on this, because this is where we're going to get to the sexual ritual abuse, unfortunately. It was lit up pink in celebration of abortion. I mean, that should be horrifying enough, but it goes much deeper than that. They're not trying to give women freedom by letting them choose to have an abortion at any time in their pregnancy. Mind you, right up to being born live. But you see, the thing is, that is a lie, because if the child is born live, they won't kill it. They will take it. And I'm going to be blatantly honest here. It is run by Satanists. They will take the baby, and it will either be sold into the black market trade, or it will be sacrificed and used for its adrenochrome. That's a whole other video. But I am sorry if this is hard, but I mean, learning it was just so difficult. I've done thorough research into it. I know I'm not speaking untruth, and I wish I was. I wish this was a fairy tale, because it's no fairy tale, it's a nightmare. And it is the stuff that children's nightmares are made of, or what they do to children. I am attaching a link I want you to watch, or want you to hear. It's not so much to be watched, but to be heard. Dogs, come back in and have more swim. Have another swim. Come on. More swimming. In. Go in. So I do want you to watch that link that I have provided. It is of a sexual ritual abuse survivor. And she tells it, oh boy, she tells it brutally how it is, how it was for her. She was born in 1961. She knows what she's talking about, guys. This has been going on for a very long time. Now, the thing is, it's gotten worse to the point where they've legalized this abortion. The abortion was legalized exactly for what I said. It was for the Satanists, so that they don't have too much trouble getting what they want, which is the sexual victims or the adrenochrome from the adrenaline gland. Oh boy, that was a mouthful. And I don't even want to go into right at this second I don't have to. The Father's told me I don't have to go there because that will just upset me so much. How do they get the adrenochrome? You can do your own research on that, and I just thank the Father for the internet. I know it's just not all evil, because we've learned the truth has been revealed. Knowledge would increase, and it has. And this knowledge has been brought out into the light for us so that we know. And if you hear this and you just say, nah, that's just too far out. If you listen to this woman's testimony that I'm going to link and you say that is just, no, I don't believe her, well then please unsubscribe from me. Please turn it off. Because you're in cognitive dissonance, it's called, that you don't even want to acknowledge that this stuff is going on. But we are at the very end. We are at the end. There is, I know I have one of my subs. I love you, Guy, but you know who you are, and you're just in cognitive dissonance that this is not happening. I am so glad you found my channel, because you're an atheist. And I just pray to the Father for you, and I always do pray for you. But this is real, mate. This is real. I am not leading people astray. I'm doing the opposite of what the Pope and the Catholic Church and all those fluffy Christian churches are doing. I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to tell you how it really is, and how I hit my knees every day and I pray that He shows me stuff to show you guys. And that is just, it's torture sometimes for me to learn this stuff. And I know I'm learning it for you guys, not just myself. I'm learning it for you guys as well. So help me out here with a bit of support, a show of support. If I get hate, that's fine. That is a badge of honour, because I know where the hate comes from. I know it is from the enemy. Now, the abortion, the tower lighting up pink, there is a lot to the colour pink in the occult. There is a lot. You can do some research into the colour pink. Pink represents the female parts, okay? And them being so satanic and horrible, they make a big play on that, okay? That is why it was lit up pink. Pink is also one of their freedom colours, as you would probably know. So they feel that they have this freedom because now that they can kill babies, okay? Now, I have a 2-year-old granddaughter, as anybody who's been subbed to this channel for a while will know, and I will put my life on the line for that child. There is just no doubt. I will lose my life so she may live. There's not much I would lose my life for, but I will lose my life for the Lord, for Yeshua. They will not take my life. I will give it, okay? And I will lose my life for my family and my granddaughter, okay? It's like the Bible said, Jesus came, He gave His life for us. A good man might die for a good man, but would a good man die for a bad man? No. And that shows you that Yeshua died for us while we were still in our sin, while people were still murderers and killing babies. They can still be saved too. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking about abortion, or you've done it, well, if you've done it, you can repent. You really can. You can be forgiven. That child is in the arms of the Father. You can be forgiven. Please believe me. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. That is just satanic. It's a lie from the pit of hell. You can be saved. And if you're thinking about abortion, look, the better thing to do would be to have the baby and give it to a loving couple. Now, that would take discernment, because you cannot give a baby just to anybody. Look what they do. Look what they do to our babies. Now, there is a scripture that I was reading yesterday, and this is what I really want to get to. Trying not to make this too long. Okay, so this was revealed to me by the Father. This was not my own doing. I'm telling you, this really was revealed by the Father. My husband actually walked in the door yesterday while I was just bawling my eyes out because of the revelation. And it's funny because it is in the book of Revelation. Now, I did not page mark this, so I'm going to try and quickly find it. But while I'm doing that, just in saying what I was saying about the link that I'm going to attach, the girl was a abuse victim. And yeah, I really want you to listen to the whole thing. It's very long. But praise the Father, I listened to it before I went to sleep last night, and I honestly, guys, I had to pray so hard for protection over me and my house because the wicked spirits were trying to come in and torment me, okay? And that's what they do when you've entered into their world, learnt a bit about their world. You need the covering of the blood of Yeshua over you, the blood that was shed for you. You need that blood because that is the only thing that will keep them away. Do not be deceived. The blood is the only thing that will keep them away. Okay? Jazzy's gone schizo. Okay, guys. Now, I have to find this Jazzy. You've got to stop. Yeah, you've got to stop diverting me. Right. Okay. Now, if you think about this as far as the abortion issue, please, guys, this is what I want you to do because this is what the Father showed me. Now, I'm going to read it. It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 1, starting in verse 1. I'm going to paraphrase through it, okay? So please bear with me. I've been called to do this. I am not very good. I'm not eloquent. I'm not taught in the way of teaching. I am honestly going by what the Father has done for me, and he said I will use the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. So here goes me foolish, but I'm not because I've been sent by the Father. So here we go. Chapter 12, Revelation, verse 1. Now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed in the sun with the moon, at her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Then, being with child, she cried out in labour and in pain to give birth. Well, we know that child was the Messiah. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his heads. His tail drew 1/3 of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. Okay, hang on a sec. And the dragons, this is it, okay? This is where I'm going to start paraphrasing. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth to devour her child as soon as it was born. Now, I believe there is a twofold meaning in that. That was to devour Yeshua, Jesus, as he was born. The dragon, the great dragon being Satan, our adversary, was waiting to devour Jesus as he was born. Now, everything always has a double meaning. Okay? Now, here we go. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth to devour her child as soon as it was born. Now, I just want to read it again because you think about it, that's what they've done. They are standing in front of the children with this abortion issue, waiting for the child to be born to devour them. Okay? Now we're just going to get down to it. Apart from the adrenochrome, they eat these children. Okay, yeah. Okay, please do your own research on that a bit because there are certain things that I am just too sensitive to actually go into. Okay, now, so she bore a male child who was Yeshua, Jesus, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and a child was caught up to the Father and his throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by the Father there, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Now, I prayed about that particular passage. That's chapter 12, verse 6. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by the Father, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Now, I believe that is the remnant being fed, and we're feeding you guys. I believe that is the remnant, all the little people that are trying to get the word out, that we are being fed. And look, I'm in the wilderness. I mean, this all came to me yesterday, guys. This is not just a revelation now, and I've prayed upon it, and the Father said, yes, make the video. Okay, verse 7, and war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, and they did not prevail. Just remember, they don't prevail, guys, and nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So, I mean, he's cast out. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He doesn't deceive some of the world, he's deceiving the whole world. And that is why very few make it to heaven. You have to listen, very few make it. Very few. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than to make it into the kingdom of heaven. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now, I believe that has been opened. I believe, if it wasn't CERN doing it, then the Father just let it happen anyway. That the portal was opened. Now we're going to go to verse 13, chapter 12, verse 13, if you want to read along. Now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the child. This is the coming persecution of the saints of the Most High. This is the persecution that I wanted to get to, and we will endure. I only have about 5 more minutes left on this video remaining before it's full, so I'm going to kick it into gear here. Righto. So, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. This is our persecution coming. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and a times and a half a time from the presence of the serpent. So the serpent spewed water out of his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away with the flood. This is still resonating the abortion. But, however, the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. Okay, so I believe that this could be a thing that the bill gets overturned, that it does get overturned, the abortion bill. I don't know, but even if it doesn't, Yeshua's coming soon. And once you hear this documentary, you will want him to come now. Okay, the one that I'm linking, you will want him to come now. Okay, and the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of the Father and have the testimony of Jesus Christ, Yahushua. Okay, so we are going to have persecution. This was the last thing I was going to say in this video. I am not fluffing up anything for anyone. I am trying to open your eyes and show you the brutal truth of this world we live in. It is nothing like we were told. We were told a fairy tale. It is absolutely monstrous what's going on. It is absolutely horrendous. It is the worst nightmare film you could ever watch, is what real life is. And because you have been kept from that, you are blessed. If you are having a life like me, where I'm just, I can go anywhere like this today. Anywhere, I can go several places like this. And this is not far from my home. Well, I am blessed. And I need to be sounding the siren, warning that alarm bell, because we're there. We're going to be in the persecution very shortly. If you are of the remnant, you very well could lose your life. The rapture teaching could be a lie from the enemy. I'm not saying it is, but the pre-tribulation rapture anyway. if you read the scriptures properly, guys, it says we are going to go through tribulation. Okay? It really does. I might do a video on that from myself. No influence from anyone else, but I will pray and do a video on the rapture, because the Father has shown me that I don't believe we're going to get out of here alive. But praise be to Jesus, because he's already won the war. He's already won it. He's defeated Satan. If you die, and you will die anyway if he wasn't coming back soon, okay? If you die, it is what you stand for that matters. So stand for the Lord. Do not give up. Do not take the mark of the beast. We don't even know exactly what that is yet. The mark could just simply be a mark of worship in your heart. You know, raising your hand to something, and in your forehead it be in your mind. You know, like, there is so much to it. It might not just be an RFID chip, guys. And anyone telling you that they know, don't listen to them, because they don't. It has not been revealed yet, okay? And the Antichrist has not been totally revealed yet. That is also a lie, okay? I believe the false prophet has been revealed, yes. But there were two to make the prophecy be fulfilled, and that was the false prophet and the Antichrist. And I will say it, I do believe the false prophet is the Pope of Rome. Absolutely, 100%. I've been shown that by my Father in heaven. I will stand by that. And if you just want to come and get me because of this video and kill me for that, well, so be it. You cannot harm me, because I have already defeated you. Okay, guys, so there it was. I hope that someone got something out of this, but please, to get the most out of what I've just showed you, to get the most out of it, you need to watch the link, hear it, hear the link I've provided. It's really, really disturbing. So I want you to pray, like I said, the blood of Yahushua, Jesus, over you before you watch it. And it'll be a great blessing to you to understand, and you may be able to bear witness to other people who are thinking about doing abortion, or who have had an abortion and who are sorry. You can show them they're forgiven. Alright, guys, I have to go because I've actually got about 50 seconds, not even that, remaining on here. I love you all, and I mean it. We are in the last time. And just get ready. Just hit your knees every day. Just tell him you're sorry and that you can do better, and you will, and you'll try. And just ask him to come into your heart. Open your heart. If you don't open your heart, he can't come in. He is knocking on the door just by you watching it. Okay, guys, I love you. This is going off. This is Beck from Oz. I'm off.